All right, we're gonna go to the fifth lift in air quotes there. I just don't have time to do the deadlift and the back squats yet. We'll get there, okay? So this is the fifth one, and this fifth one is really not necessarily a strength gaining exercise like the other four are, but we use it for a couple reasons. One, it's going to condition your biceps. And in a fight, you'd rather have a strong arm than a weak arm. So this is a way of getting your arms, your forearms, your grip strength, your biceps, and of course the lats conditioned. So I prefer the chin-ups over the pull-ups because it hits more of your fighting muscles than just your lats, okay? So we do the chin-ups. And then primarily though, why we use the chin-ups is it is indicating or indicative of the quality of your strength to weight ratio. Okay, so we do have an objective strength goal, but we are not going to be weightlifters or power lifters. That's not our sport. And our sport is combat per se. And towards that end, we have to prioritize mobility. So we prioritize mobility slightly over strength. And that means that I can't just be this big, huge, strong tub of lard on the mat. I got to be agile and quick as well as strong. So chin-ups are very indicative of that. And what we deem as acceptable is that you can do a 5x5 with your chin-ups. You'll see that we have people at the dojo that are really strong, and they might have to up this all the way up to between 7 and 10, no problem. And I mainly don't want I don't want too much rest from the other exercises. So for example, if we were doing a HIIT workout and they could sit up here on chin-ups all day, but their legs are getting too much rest. So it's more like, I don't like to see them do more than 7 or 10 in a HIIT workout, but we don't want to see less than 5. So if we see that you're working less than 5, you need a rest in between 5. You're just too heavy for your strength, or the other way to look at it is you're just too weak, okay? So here's how we do the chin-ups first. You're going to put your palms facing you and your hands are shoulder width apart. So he's a little narrow there. There we go. And they're what we call strict chin-ups. So don't do it yet. He's gonna take all his weight off his legs and hang at the bottom. Some elbow flexion is fine because different joints have different level of integrity and I don't want anyone hyperextending, okay? And then he'll go up with no kipping at all. He'll just go straight up, get his chin over the bar with no chin lifting. And then he comes back down for a set of 5. So now you'll do it with me. He'll take his weight off his feet and then he does strict 5, go. And he's just going. He always comes back. You got a little too much elbow flexion. There you go. Okay. And he would do that 5x5. So here we'll have Ronan come in, and he weighs a lot more. I still think he's relatively a lot stronger than Tristan, but he still has the capacity easy to do this, no problem. And then we'll have Andrew. I don't know where you're at, Andrew, to tell you the truth, but for me, you could always get lighter and stronger. So let's see what we're doing here. Okay, 1. Cool, okay. And then we'll, as to show how we use this as a metric for strength to weight ratio. Priscilla's kind of gone Aikido light, easy weight. I'll tell you when to start. She's gone Aikido light on me, which is fine. I'm not gonna make my kids do Aikido hard like me. She's old enough. How old are you, Scylla? She's 24. She hasn't figured things out, so she still thinks a life without Aikido is a good life, but she has a base in her. She uses the art all the time. But here you can see Let's see where we're at. Last time I saw you, you were, so she didn't do it strictly. That's always a sign. So you're going to take your feet off and then you start. Okay, so this is everybody's where they're at, of course, but this would be indicative of we're not meeting the desired goal here, and she knows that because she's spending a lot of time working and things like that, getting ready to go to school. But last time you were training hard, you were able to do a lot more of those, right?
I was still doing one at a time.
Okay, one at a time, but you're able to do one. Okay. So we want to see those 5x5 as a minimum. And other than that, we're really not performing. I don't care, how vegan you are or whatever your blood work is telling you. You're just not in the ballpark for the martial side of the art or the hard regular training. You're just out of the ballpark. So you got to get yourself in the ballpark, and chin-ups tell you where the ballpark is.